just wish that they didn't see that day, because the next person they're seeing is their nemesis. They feel like, why am I in this world? This relationship I'm having with this person, it doesn't just contribute to helping me at all. Like, I feel like I'm draining my energy, I'm draining my life, I'm draining my time being with this person. And most of the times we have just streamlined it to be the relationships between men and women, like the intimate relationship, the erotic relationship where they get to share, the romantic relationship rather, where they get to share their feelings and everything. But we are neglecting the fact that it can also happen to
the place of work,
siblings.
Of course.
Let's start from the family.
Yeah, it's true.
Let's start from the family. It can happen with siblings. It can happen with the parents and the children.
Of course. It's very
between I
prevalent.
didn't get it. You said between the parents and
children.
The children.
They are toxic relationships.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think I try to, as much as possible, to understand what he's trying to say. Because whenever you're in the house as a father or as a parent, and then your child is not comfortable
with you being
there, then know that there's something fishy. And in such a relationship, you realize that there will be no cordiality among them. Communications is not cordial. You realize that even when there is something for them to talk about, they cannot actually open up. And this has led to why today there is a lot of problems in our homes, because of toxic relationship. It happens even in families.
Let me just add to that. Probably a toxic relationship between the man who was the husband and the wife, and it spills over
to the children. And that's the problem. Just imagine a situation where a husband and a wife is quarreling.
Yes.
And then they're not bringing the children
into
and say,
the
you
whole
see,
thing.
this is what your daddy did to me. When he comes back, don't give him food. For instance, I'll cook the food for you, but when he comes back, nobody should dish food for him. What is that?
Yeah.
That alone, you've involved the children. And if this is practiced over time and time again, you realize that the children will then develop hatred for their father.
Yes.
And when this is not washed over time, it results to something else. Because at the long run, you realize that the son will just hate the father
for no cause
reason. And when this is not taken care of, it could even result to plotting unnecessary things against either the father or the father haven't perceived that the son actually have hatred for him.
Yes.
And these things are not being talked about.
Yes.
Will even not refuse to pay the son's fees,
the tuition fee. Yes.
And all of that. And you realize even when you are in a position to have been a help to your child, but because of not having a cordial relationship, which has, as a result of your misunderstanding between you and your wife, and then your son or your children has been involved in that
whole drama.
Problem.
Yes.
You then realize that the home front is not performing its core functions, of course, which is meant to provide the love, meant to provide care, and of course provide a platform through which the children can mentally develop and be well groomed. And that has turned out today to what we have in the society,
the bad effects in the society. Before I allow Dr. Mbo come in, I would want to point out something here. Over time, we have seen instances where you mentioned it, where the father and the child don't even get along to start with, and you see that child wanting to relate. These are things that are going on with me.
Yeah,
in the teenage years of the child's life, you want to tell the mother, like, I get so many messages over time. My mom doesn't want to listen to me. My mom doesn't want to listen. I'm trying as much as possible.
To communicate.
They feel, over time, they have felt like the parents have, what's the word? Stereotypes them to become or be
a baby.
Or you're a bad influence, or you don't. You have this kind of impression that doesn't want me to come close to you.
Okay.
You're building those walls, rather not knowing that they are the ones who are exuding this toxicity towards the children.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's true.
It happens.
It happens.
Okay.
Okay, but like I want to. I would like
No,
to hear
I
your
thought you wanted to
thoughts.
ask me a
I would
question.
like to hear your thoughts.
Well, thank you so very much. I think we should look at, just like you guys have stated or said, of course, it's common in our environment, in our families. And I think we should be looking at what are the risk factor or causes of some of this stuff, this phenomenon we've seen. I think remembering that as a child, some children are inherently this. It's like it's a genetics.
Yeah.
Yes, they always want to keep something for themselves.
Okay.
They want to take yours. They don't want to share with you. They believe that you're like today. It has metamorphosed into what's called entitlement syndrome, where I just feel that
everything
you
is
owe me. It is your duty to do a lot of.
You are just
things.
obliged to me and me alone.
Just imagine. So I think at the family level, I always say that the family has. The family has a rule. See, if you destroy the family, the society is gone. Whatever it is we're having today as problem, it comes from the family. No two ways about it.
So in a nutshell, everything about toxic relationship, before that man lifts his hand to beat his wife or beat his children, it's something that has grown over time from the background it comes from.
So if the parent, if the mother, the father did not play their role when it was needed, it will affect the child as the child grows up.
Yes.
There's no two ways about it. Because for me, I always remember wherever I am, I always remember my father's thoughts and words echoes in my brain every day. If I'm somewhere, I will just start to
reminisce and think about it.
What? Okay, my dad. Now, what will he have if this what I'm doing now comes to his knowledge? What will he say? What at each point in time? What were his view on issues of this sort? And I have to look at what I'm doing. I go back. For instance, when I was I was doing basic. People were going for bonfire. Then, because of the message I had from my dad, independently I was convinced to go for it. It was at the later part of my okay, let me go and see what is done there. Let me go and see what is done there. And my brother, when I got there, it didn't mean anything to me. So I think, and I also remember my father, the first day I was leaving for university, my father sat me there for 5 hours.
And schooled you. Went to almost everybody.
And so you can always remember those thoughts of you.
But you pointed out some insecure.
Okay.
You always have this trait of being insecure. And at every time you want to vent out your grievances in different ways. You might want to make people feel like they are the ones that hurt you.
Okay.
So that it makes you feel secure in a certain way. Yeah. So in as much as you're in a relationship, you want to always give the impression that
you are there. That you have value.
You're the one that doesn't make mistakes.
Or they shouldn't degrade you.
Yes. You're the one that doesn't make mistakes. You're the one that is perfect. You're the one that always has the thing going on perfectly. You're the alpha and omega of the relationship.
Well, I'll still say it. It boils down to what you were taught as you were growing up. You see, I always remember the answers that were given to me. You see, I was told that don't accept anybody to look down on you. Don't think that because somebody wears, in quotes, a flashy
attire,
yes, that does not make you less
of a person.
What you are.
Yeah.
And I always say it at each point, any forum I go to. See, what God gave to you, I was not there. At that time of conception, the package, the content. So, how will I come and use my outward expression or appearance to now want to judge the content of somebody? Who are you? When I can't even count the number of string of hairs on your head. You don't need
this thing.
I've never felt inferior
to anybody.
Nobody. That I keep quiet does not make me feel inferior. that I shout does not make me. I am just
Who you are.
You are not my. You are not my God.
And this factor, is very elaborate, because most people hinge on the fact that I'm in this financially.
Okay.
He gives me what I need. He takes care of me, and for that particular reason, I have to absorb whatever comes from this person. If this person has a very hateful nature, if this person has a very bad attitude, if this person treats me wrong in the relationship, I have to absorb. What would you think about that? What advice will you prefer to those kind of people?
That kind of person is in a toxic relationship. And now, whenever you're in a toxic relationship, it takes your integrity, it takes your confidence,
your confidence,
bonds you away.
It bonds you.
Yeah, of course. It takes everything that you are made of and left you with nothing. Why? Because you've relinquished your
standing, or
your standing,
your personality,
strength and personality over to the other person, because you are given something in exchange which you think you can do without. Of course, when that happens, you've belittled yourself. So the best thing you can ever do, either it is, no matter the level of relationship that you're into, in as much as it is toxic, it takes from you and through a great extent never add anything valuable. Now people have taken this thing to wealth to be very paramount in relationship. Talking about a relationship between two persons, and then because you're giving me money, you're funding my needs, therefore you have to command my life as to how I live my life, what I do and what I should not do. That is not okay. You know why? Because that person have indirectly sold his person
out to you.
And in a toxic relationship which you are, it takes virtually everything from you. And as a matter of fact, if anyone who is in a toxic relationship, you realize that your personality is lost. Your identity is lost. You are less of a value. And so in that case, what do you have to do is to think of way to pull out of
that kind of relationship,
because it doesn't add to you.
Just hold that thought there. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Call us up 0817-0000951 or 0810-951-0951 if you want to be part of this discussion. Have you been in a toxic relationship? What were the things you did to get out of that kind of relationship? Or what advice would you give to somebody who is in a toxic relationship right now? But I wanted to add to something you just pointed out.
Okay.
I feel like it has a ripple effect on every other person. If you've been in a toxic relationship before, indirectly you gain those traits.
Of course. Yeah.
And in the next relationship you're getting into, you just automatically become toxic. Dr. Mambo is already smiling. I think you've met some people like that already.
But okay, is it okay? Let me just say something. I once gave advice to my younger sister.
Okay.
And I gave her 3 pieces of advice.
Okay.
I said, before you go into a relationship with a guy, first of all, ask yourself these 3 questions. What am I willing to give? What can I lose? What can I, there's a difference between giving and losing. And what can I benefit?
Yes.
You ask yourself these questions in this series. First, if you're into a relationship and you ask, what am I to give? It means that probably you don't expect.
All right. Okay.
Now, okay, and when you are giving, to what extent do you give that it will not be to your detriment?
Okay. So you don't just give and give blindly.
Yes.
You're selling your properties to give to this person to your detriment.
Yes. Then before you now talk about what do I benefit? If you ask yourself this question, you have smooth relationship with people. But going down to what we're talking about, this entitlement mentality, somebody giving you something, and the person thinks that he or she owns your life. It baffles me. It baffles me.
Let's just take this call. Hello, Today 95.1 FM.
Hello?
Good evening. What's your name?
I am Mr. John.
Mr. John, welcome to the show.
Yeah, am I speaking Wazobia?
No. This is
It's
Today
Today
95.1 FM.
95.1 FM.
Yes.
Okay.
Do well to call us back and be part of the show. 0817 0000951 or 0810 951 0951. We're talking about toxic relationships, and I have Mr. Marcos in the building. I have Dr. Mbo in the building, and I'm here also. Let's trash these things.
Yes.
We see them happening every day. We see them. We are part of a society where these things occur on a daily basis. People come to you and complain. As a doctor, you've had instances where this particular person isn't really sick, but is just going through things.
I think that is more common in the neuropsychiatric department.
Now, pointing to that fact, now these are the factors. This things, this relationship that is toxic, makes people go into depression.
It's true. It does. It happens every now and then. But like I told you, like I said, we need to ask ourselves questions before going into relationship. That's why I say, for me, I can't remember ever going into any toxic or being into any toxic relationship. Those are the questions I will ask myself. Yes, what am I giving? What will I lose? And what will I benefit? Know what I will benefit first. Now, one of the issues we have is this. We talk about entitlement mentality. You know, when you always expect from people, people are human like you. They have their problems that they don't say. It does not mean that they don't have. Some people just keep quiet. They don't believe that they should be solving their problem. So if somebody just this guy now maybe get one. How will somebody say you don't have problem?
All I do is to take care of you. I don't have anything I do with my money.
So when you're in a relationship now, maybe somebody expects that I just expects that I should perform some roles, the roles that God has not given me to perform as a young man.
Oh, yes, I like this. I like where this is heading to.
Let me just make a point very clear here to people. You see, parenthood you don't just jump into parenthood or fatherhood, and it is a process. It's not an event. First of all, you get married as a man. You make arrangement for your child that is coming up.
Yes.
I to train to the person who gets to the university. Okay, now paraventure for young guys who are in a relationship. I'm in school like you, where maybe we're undergraduate together. My father gives me 20 naira per month to take care of myself based on his own calculation. Your own father gives you 20 naira or 10 naira. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? When I was giving the money, I was giving for my personal upkeep, just like you were also giving. And God knows too well that as an undergraduate, I don't have the capacity to even feed myself.
Yes.
If somebody's already feeding me. So how will you? I'm not at that stage. I'm not endowed to do that responsibility. And say
you want to relinquish the whole responsibility to me.
Say, okay, this guy is toxic. I used to tell next they'll say that this guy is what they call stingy. You can imagine. I don't owe you any responsibility. As such, it is a mutual relationship. It's your father. It is your father's responsibility to take, just like my father was taking care of, or my father is taking care of me. And whatever relationship and the extent to which we share it at my discretion, it shouldn't be at my discomfort where I will now be losing something. So I think we are enlightening, and we shouldn't jump into calling relationship toxic. I don't see. If you ask me.
So you prepare yourself before.
Yes, you prepare yourself before, and you should understand the extent of relationship, the role that's. Should I go and pay your school fees? I can't do that now. I can't do that. So even whatever it is, I've made an illustration. I'm giving 20 years to take care of myself. My friend, when I was giving, I was not told to go and give money to somebody. You don't even know that what I have won't be enough for me. and you now say, I am toxic, you cannot benefit. What do you want to benefit from?
And now you're pointing out to something that we talked about before we even started the show.
Yeah.
The parasitic relationship. And I told you that a parasitic relationship can also be toxic.
toxic.
Yeah.
And this is where this person just wants to benefit from you, not giving anything in return, not contributing to your life. It might not be financially,
Yeah.
Yes.
but you're not contributing to my life. I expect that this should be mutual. If I'm giving to you for you to grow, you should also give to me for me to grow. It's the circle of life. We can't just be in one position where one person is at the giving end and another person is at the receiving end.
And very important is that we should realize the limitation of our friends.
Oh,
Yes, you should realize this limitation, that is a mortal, is a human being like you. And then that will try to know that you can't expect a perfect behavior in quotes or personality from him or her.
let's drive this towards the angle of friendship, subordinates, not just you as a man or you as a lady and you're in together in a relationship, a romantic relationship. What about relationships where you find yourself amongst this group of friends, where all they do or all they want from you is you to conform to their standard?
Okay.
They want you to think like them. They want you to act like them. They want you to behave like them. That could be justified as being toxic also.
Of course it is.
It's true.
And there's no way you can be in such an environment where someone expects you to live your own lifestyle and subject yourself to his own lifestyle in order for you to become his or her friend.
Okay, so you don't need to
be
another person or have another personality to become friends. So I don't need to be a doctor to become friends with Dr. Mbo.
No, you don't need to be a doctor, but you have to develop the competency, the capacity, as well as the knowledge that will link you to doctor in order to have a synergy and to be able to communicate at his level. Okay, now if you have this understanding, then anybody can be your friend. You can easily make friends. But it becomes a problem when doctor will expect you to, or in a way, try to manipulate you.
I like that word.
To become like him. That's the problem. That's where the problem arises. Because a whole lot of persons are under manipulation, either consciously or subconsciously. Because they've relinquished.
Let's not forget the African, background spiritually. People will say, no, you should be supposed to mention spiritually. That's when I was younger, when I hear the word manipulation, I say, one person from your community in the village has started using things too. But just go ahead with what you were saying.
Of course, today people use things to even manipulate you. I'll give you an instance.
Okay.
For instance, okay. Let's say you have 3 friends. Okay. Among these friend A, B, and C, friend A is a working class.
Okay.
And of course, let's say he earns 20,000 naira. Friend B is another working class. He earns 15,000 naira. And there's this other friend C who earns 50,000 naira. And all of a sudden, friend C has, by virtue of his lifestyle, he's flamboyant.
Okay.
Okay. And then he likes going to club.
Spending large.
And because he earns 50,000 naira, he expects that friend A, who earns 20,000 naira, will spend like him. And friend A has a plan for his life, while friend C does not have. And friend A is trying as much as possible to save a little out of his 20,000 naira, which is his earning. And then, because of his plans, which he heard, he cannot be able to spend as much as possible.
Okay.
And then we then come up, friend C would then come up because he earns 50,000 naira and his love spending, does not have a plan. And then would then subject friend A that you have to live the way I live. Let's go to club. If you don't come to club with me, you can't be my friends. Come on. Friend A, you need to define
Friend A, every
yourself.
friend A out there, you need to change. You need to change.
Of course.
These are the things that cause people to go into societal vices.
Yes, of course. And he will front you and subject you to these things. Okay, he can afford buying this. And you at the moment, friend A, you cannot be able to afford it. And then he will tell you, if you cannot be able to buy this, then you're not of class.
You're not up to grade with
You're
us.
not of class. You're not of the class. You're not of my class. With that alone, he has been manipulated, because he will do all things possible
to get to that
a
class.
thing. Let's say the friend is even using an iPhone, and at the moment he can be able to afford an iPhone. What do you expect him to do? He goes to lie to the parents. We are told to buy this with a textbook, whereas it's not true. We are asked to buy this in school. We are asked to buy that in school. What is this trying to do? He's trying to mop up cash for himself in order to acquire an iPhone.
Not knowing he's been manipulated.
Of course.
Indirectly.
So what has he done at that point? He has been manipulated, because outside, consciously, on his own, natural human thinking, from his background and what he heard, he may not be able to acquire that phone.
Okay.
But because of the influence of his friend, he will go and do everything possible to acquire that phone.
All right, doctor. Quickly, you already told us that you already have measures in place, things you use as parameters to watch out for people who might have this tendency of being toxic in your life. So can you share some with us, things we should know? You already know, you said some things that this kind of trait in this person, no, it's a no for me.
Yeah.
This kind of trait in this person is a no for me. What are the things you think we could?
Well, before I answer, you see, talking about manipulation. I don't think people are manipulated.
Oh,
Yes. People first, people allow themselves to be
manipulated.
Yes, nobody manipulates you.
Okay.
Allow yourself to be manipulated. Okay.
Can you shed more light on?
Consciously or unconsciously? Of course.
Nobody manipulates you consciously or so. It's your own decision. It is your, are you?
What if
this stuff here? What is it meant for?
thinking?
So why won't you think?
What if you lack the resilience? What if you lack that kind of complex, that superior complex to say, I'm sorry, I can't deal, because you want me to come up to your standard, and I can say no, to some things. But when you know that the pressure is much, and you know that this person is my friend, and I don't know, but I just have to.
I begin to ask, how will it happen? An individual allows his or herself to be manipulated. It's nobody's fault.
It's nobody's fault.
It's the person's fault. How will somebody now manipulate you? Who is that person that will manipulate you? Where will the person come from? Well, I don't know, but I've told you that the way I was brought up, I was told, and that has always been, but that has been me. No matter how flamboyant you may appear, are you getting me? Such that I will now start going to look for crafty ways. You see, the time has come in this generation when, you see, you shouldn't spend more than your income. You see, how possible would that be? Another thing we talk about mostly is the issue of this called faith. I don't understand the issue of the virgin, both what they call the wise and foolish virgin. Someone just believes that somehow in the middle of the road you didn't even think about it. Look at what happened to the 5 wise and the 5. Yes, see, this man, he there with me. I know they give you. I won't use them.
They believe that.
Yes, the people say, okay,
it will never get finished.
So that's it. So I think that you see, talking about this manipulation, if you say something, you have to plan with what you have while hoping for the best. People pray. Some people pray for finished products. Some people pray that God should bless the works of my hand. As this is where they do. Yes. God should bless my hustle. Some people believe that they will sit in the house when somebody
has toiled and suffered. Come and give it to you.
In the name of faith, my brother, I try to tell people, I'm going to farm. Under the rain. If you those who grew up in the village, during rainy season, we used to cover ourselves with an umbrella, waterproof, and go to farm and weed. So your parents will sit down in their house, cross their leg, covering themselves. My parents will now go to farm during season. When it's time to harvest pandanyam, we are doing pandanyam in my house. You are not doing. You now say I'm stingy or God is this. You're not being fair. You're not fair. That's injustice to me.
All right.
I get it. If there are some circumstances that will be will understand, but not this deliberate concepts
of wanting others.
Just like that. How?
You know.
I don't know.
You're very particular about this.
I don't believe somebody manipulates somebody.
Okay.
You allow yourself.
Okay.
To be manipulated.
But coming back to the parameters to look out for, people who have this trait. You just mentioned one, wanting to relinquish obligations and responsibility.
It is as simple as ABCD. Now there's a fundamental law of attraction.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I got into the new environment, there are people that naturally you people attract yourself. You get attracted. That's called the chemistry. It flows. It's invisible. You come just like when I met you. We were able to interact freely. The chemistry flows, and that is how it goes about when it comes to relationship. There are things that cannot even come your way. There are things that there are things that will not even come your way. There are things that and those things are what the inner energy in you attracts. As simple. So it doesn't come my way because I myself, I am not a fan of toxic relationship. I don't even go look for it. So how will it just come my way? So probably maybe someone may have been. There are things I don't even think about. Though I will be on the watch out. So first, as you come, you look at simple life. I used to tell people when you get meet somebody, what you do is try to observe that person's culture. That person culture, the modus operandi
of that person.
Yes, I can't just come into life. I want to alter, I want to format your whole system and input my own inside. It's not possible now. It's not possible.
Because you're beautiful or because you have money.
Let's
see if we have people who have similar thoughts to yours. Call us up 0817 0000951 or 0810 951 0951. Toxic relationships. Poisonous relationships, those kind of relationships that make you stay awake all throughout the night, and you're just thinking, what have I done to end up with this particular man, or what have I done to end up with this particular woman? For you, I feel like I should buy to your idea of naturally they don't come to me. Okay. But what of people who have found themselves in it already?
How did it come? I'm talking about chemistry that attracts.
All right, let's take this call. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
My name is Goodlord from Osaba.
Oh yeah, welcome to the show. Give us your own thoughts.
I just came in and I hear you calling numbers, so I decided to go. So I don't know.
All right, we're talking about toxic relationships that are poisonous. Have you ever been part of one?
Yes.
Do you mind sharing?
Yeah, the one that broke up with the girl. I mean, we have been dating for more than 2 years. But I did nothing to her. She just feel like she wants to break up. She has seen big boys that is more fine than me, that has money than me, that is fresher than me.
Was she always demanding money from you?
Yeah, she used to demand money.
Oh.
I used to give her, but nowadays, I know how Corona used to do.
So Corona made you break up?
She just broke up.
Yeah, sorry. God will bring a better person across your way. All right, thank you for calling in. Keep the calls coming in. 0817 0000951 or 0810 951 0951. Good evening. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name? All right, welcome to the show. Have you been a part of a toxic relationship before?
Yes, with my family, I would say.
Okay, with your family?
Yes.
Do you mind sharing?
Yeah, it's been like 12 years. I live with my elder sister. That's my senior secondary school days. Like, I think I was in SS2. So I've lived with her and her family. She's married, she got 3 kids. And then along the lines, I finished school. I finished my secondary school, wrote for her, went to university, finished, served, and came back to Port Harcourt. And then somehow I got a job. And then we were having issues. Like, she's always manipulative. One thing to go her way. Like, I practically do everything at home for her. Yeah. But I didn't see that as an issue, not until I started working. And then, of course, as a young lady, I would need my own space. I would need my own time to sort myself out and all of that. So things fell apart, and then somehow I got a job. I had to move out. I got a place, and then I told her about it, and then she wasn't happy about it.
Wow.
I also told my other siblings, and somehow I moved out. I moved out like 2 months back. I don't know, somehow she manipulated every of my siblings. They turned against me. No one is talking to me. I've been alone, and sometimes it's so difficult because we've had a lot we've shared. I've been there for her through up and down. And, it's been terrible. I don't know.
I would feel you should take your mind off this. If you have, deliberate things you want to achieve in life, if you know you have goals you've set for yourself to achieve, focus your mind on those things. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I do.
You have a life for yourself. You came to this world by yourself. Although God designed it for you to be part of, that family, but you have a responsibility in life to achieve by yourself, which God has given solely to you, and you have that responsibility to achieve. All right, so focus your mind on achieving what you've come to this world to achieve, your destiny, and take your mind off this kind of people because they drain you of that purpose. All right.
Because it's very hard. Because sometimes you would want to share stuff that's around you, family and all of that, and then even when you try, you make an effort to try to see. It's so bad sometimes.
Yeah, you know what? You will definitely get over it. All right.
Would they ever come around? Like sometimes I feel really good. Family actually gave this me. I don't know.
They will come.
They will come around when they see that you've made it in life. They will definitely come around.
Of course, they will.
Do you understand? So focus your energy on becoming the better you. Okay.
Don't lose hope.
All right.
Just keep it up.
Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. We talked about this.
Of course,
we talked about this.
Yes.
All right. We have to go. It's in the yes. Time flies when you're having fun. Indeed, it's been an amazing time doing the show with you guys.
Wow.
Mr. Marcos, I'm already seeing more calls coming in.
Thank you.
But sorry, we can't take more calls tonight. We have to step out of the studios right now.
Yes.
Mr. Marcos, last word.
Of course. Whatever relationship you're in that doesn't add value to you, helping you to fulfill and achieve your goal, please, it is toxic. So find a way to move out of it and pursue a greater thing as to become great.
Straight and precise.
Ask yourself 3 questions in relationships. Number 1, what am I giving?
Okay.
What am I losing? And what will I benefit? In that order.
What am I gaining? What am I losing? And what will I benefit?
benefit?
Before you think of entering a relationship with anybody.
Yes.
Wise words coming in from wise men.
Yeah.
All right, my name is Dave Roberts. Do well to follow us on socials. It's Today951FM on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. And do well to follow me on socials, Dave Melford Roberts, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM,
to Returns
Port
Market
Harcourt.
Investments Nigeria Limited. For the past 3 years, we have actually
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Welcome to Returns Market Investments Nigeria Limited. For the past 3 years, we have actually used this international capital market business to touch lives, families, and companies. We have had firms use this international capital market business to open factories such as tissue paper factory production, bakery, pastries, and table water factory. We have also had companies use this international capital business to pay for the running cost of their companies, which include their staff salary payment.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Hello. My name na Mary. I happy to come share this wonderful opportunity with you now. This opportunity they call am daily income stores opportunity. This stores na one store wey don dey for 13 years. This store is approved by the government. This store, the product wey dem get inside get NAFDAC number. This store, ma tell you, e don change plenty people life, including me myself wey dey talk to una. Yes, one day like this, I dey for my house. For radio now I hear am. We are just sit down dey think how my life wan be. I hear say if I shop one time, drop my account number, say as other people dey shop after me, na so I go begin dey get pay. I say, make I go try. I see say this shop dey get product. Which kind product dem get? Dem get toothpaste. Where every day I dey go dey shop, they no dey tell me anything. Then they give me nylon bag wey dem write thank you. Na so I shop. As I drop my account number, few days later, because other people don come shop after me, I begin dey get pay. You wey dey hear me, gather your things, carry your phone near your body. Make I give you phone number where you go text enjoy to sharp. Yes, because you need to text enjoy to this number. The number na
0810 659 8797. Again, 0810 659 8797.
A lot of persons no believe say with your ATM, if you go bank, go there, go slot in that card and money go come out. Some people when mobile banking come out, they no believe say if you sit down for your room, they do send money give for another person account. Now the same thing where they happen for daily income stores now, where you go do only shopping. As you the shop finish, you go drop your account number, then you go come they get paid as other people shop after you from daily income stores. And that's why we the whole program to show people how this store they work. And for you to be part of this program, you need to send us message. Just send us enjoy, put for this number so that you go get the place where the program go happen.
the number na
0810 659 8797. Again, 0810 659 8797.
Daily income store na innovation. Daily income store dey open our eye to so many things. Thing wey be say 10 years ago dem go say na lie, na juju, e no fit happen. Today e don real. When me hear, I say e no go happen, but today na me dey tell you say make you no be me wey down daily income stores for 3 years. I no gree go daily income store until one day I waka say my eye I go take and see wetin dey here. So now I waka go daily income store and I dey tell you say make you no waste time. Come to this shopping where dem go shop, because na 2 times we dey shop a day. 11 o'clock, 4 o'clock we go shop. And for you to come, abeg, just text enjoy to this number
0810 659 8797. Again, 0810 659 8797.
My people, I agree to, because my life don't change. I go use service, I come back. I no get work. 1 year pass, 2 years pass, 3 years pass. Certificate don dey rotten for my hand. Now I can't hear daily income stores radio. Now I can't say, oh boy, make I go see. After all, nothing I go lose. They no go force me, make I shop if I no want shop. Now after the program, I can't say, oh boy, na real. Now I can't shop soap, shop toothpaste, shop those things why they use. They there for hamper. I no forget to drop my account number. Surprisingly, as people come they shop after me, now I can't they get daily alert. So daily income stores na real. We all the product where they store, it are NAFDAC certified. All the product where they store they sell, in a good product. So we dey use them every day. And the good thing about daily income store be say, not only once you carry shop for this store, come drop your account number. They say seeing, now believing, come no, because you are not innovated, you become outdated. Whether you shop, you no shop. Now they will give first 20 people free product.
Make I give you phone number where you go text enjoy to sharp. Yes, because you need to text enjoy to this number
0810 659 8797. Again, 0810 659 8797.
Okay, if you are born poor, no be your fault. But if you die poor, na your fault.
Yes, because you need to text enjoy to this number.
0810 659 8797. Again, 0810 659 8797.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
All right. Good evening. Time check is 5 minutes past the hour of 8 here on Today 95.1 FM. Port Harcourt, and you're welcome to another edition of The Big Stories on your darling FM. Beautiful week. It was less drama, less intrigues. I think the high points will be the Salah celebrations for those of us who are Muslims. How was your Salah celebration? Very long holiday it was, from Thursday and Friday, then we have Saturday and Sunday. So work resumes tomorrow, and I hope you are ready to resume another round of activities. And of course, as you know, Big Story brings you some of the biggest stories that made headlines over the last 7 days. And here in the newsroom, we'll be trying to profile some analysis on some of those stories, particularly the biggest ones. And for me, one of the biggest will be the appeal from the transportation minister to stop for the House of Representatives to stop the probe into the $500 million loan from China. And of course, the particular clause that is generating a lot of controversies, even though the government said it's been misunderstood, and they've tried to profile explanation rather, to that particular controversy. So that amount will be looking on the program tonight. My news team is ready to do justice to the show tonight. Good evening, Uchendu.
I was surprised when you were saying long holiday. I was looking at, was there any holiday for us? No way.
You're not a serious
well, good evening, our listeners. Look out for the biggest stories in town as we discussed.
All right, we have Sandra. Sandra, good evening.
Good evening, Chinedu.
And then we have Victor Isiama. Victor.
Well, a long week, but I wonder why that issue of clause our agreement with China, suddenly became a talking point, because I mean, this is not the first time we are collecting loan we are sourcing loan from China. So if any issue should have been raised, it should have been before any loan that was sourced from China. But at this point, whether there is a clause or not, we are already neck deep into our relationship, our diplomatic ties with China.
Okay. So I think since we're talking about China and the loan that came from that country, I think we'll go straight to our first story tonight, which would be the Chinese government. Amechi gave their